everything else that's going on as we prepare for winter and hunting season and everything that's going on. So we're really grateful to have you here. We've got a really wonderful day coming up for you guys. This is extremely exciting. We've been really lucky to have at least one event a year where one of the co-founders of Syntek Global has come here to work with us and to present this and help us share the vision that we all share together. Just a couple of words of, a couple little tidbits. The bathrooms are right behind this screen. We have got donuts, we've got coffee, we've got water for you. We've got lunch coming up at midday, so please do stick around and stick around for everything that we've got in store for you. Do me just a small favor and please put your phones on silent or vibrate. I would be grateful for that. But please do feel free to record what is going on, because we would love to share this anywhere and everywhere that we can. I believe that we have some people being Skyped in from other places in the world, Zimbabwe and elsewhere, which is awesome. We're going around the world, and this is pretty exciting. My name is Daniel Franklin. I run our operations mostly in East Africa, and I do mostly commercial sales. But we have people today that you're going to hear from that have experienced everything there is to experience in this business, who have every bit of wisdom to share with you, to share their vision for how you guys can improve your lives. We've traveled all around the world, and just looking around at the people in this room, I see people from all walks of life. We've got former military service members from the Marines and Coast Guard, actually 2 from the Coast Guard. We have people who are, millionaire business people. We've got people who are heating and cooling systems. We've got chemical engineers. We've got every type of person that you can imagine in this room right now. And the one thing that brings us together is that all of us want to have more, want to do more, want to improve our lives. And that's really what this is all about. We're going to not only share with you how you can improve your lives and the lives of others, but how you can, exactly how to do it. We're going to share with you and give you the tools in order to succeed if that's something that appeals to you. So what we got first to share what we're all here to learn about today, we've got John Trahan, one of my best friends that we've probably put enough miles on together on the road to travel this country back and forth a couple times over. He's took over doing a lot of the presentations here in Vermont in November of 2012, and he's been going at it ever since. Before I call him up permanently, I do want to say a couple of thank yous, though. We owe such a huge debt of gratitude to a couple of people in this room for making this opportunity available to us. My cousin Dale Franklin has done incredible things for us to make our dreams possible. Phil Reynolds, who has gone above and beyond to make this beautiful space for us and give us a home for a couple of years and to work with all of us. We've got 2 people who are not here today, and he actually called me before we got here, and that's Billy and Margaret Chalmers. They weren't able to make it up from Kentucky, but they did say hello to everybody. Billy, for anybody who doesn't know him, is the person responsible for the fact that we've grown here in Vermont and in New England in general. Incredible people. Billy made Blue Diamond a couple of months ago, which, if you don't know about the ranking system for distributors, it's a very elite rank, and he worked his butt off for a really long time to get there, and it's a major, major accomplishment. And he has been a leader along with Blue Diamond, Phil Reynolds, and Dale, and so forth. And we're so blessed to have John and Chris Bailey and Kirk Newman from Syntek Global from Utah here to talk with us today. So without further ado, my friend John Trahan.
give it back to Dan for a great introduction. Thank you, Dan. We're doing the right to work on this because got a lot of things to cover. But first of all, I also want to thank you guys for coming out here because you guys have made that decision to open your minds to a possible opportunity that could change your life or change someone else's life, or maybe you just want to look at the product itself and use the product yourself just to save money. Kind of fumbling over myself because my sleeves are too tight here. Anyways, so I'll get right to it. I'll give you a little background on myself here. Find my remote. There we go. When I got out of high school, I joined the Coast Guard. I was in the Coast Guard for about 6 years. And I went straight from there to the corporate world. And I was in the corporate world. I worked over here at Biotech in Winooski for about 15 years. But there was always something missing in my life. I was always thinking, there's something extra. I need something more. And in February of 2012, I was introduced to Syntek Global. And pretty much never looked back. I built a global organization. I reached the rank of Sapphire MVP, which basically means that I have a huge team underneath me that is doing very well. They have taken the reins and run with this program, and under leadership of myself and everybody else in this room, or all the leaders in the room, they've done very well with the business. And with this business, I was able to leave my job in less than a year. So I quit my full-time job at Biotech, and I've now been doing this full-time for just under 2 years. Pretty amazing? I like that. So, let me give you a little insight on Syntek itself. This is a picture of our corporate office, and stand out of the way here a little bit too. That's our corporate office there on the right-hand side. It's in Utah, Draper, Utah, right outside of Salt Lake City. We are we have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. As you can see there on the side, A+ through F. We got an A rating, and those are the 4 founders, the 4 co-founders of our company. And you probably saw one of those guys, the handsome young man there on the right-hand side, who will be coming up here in a little bit to speak with you guys as well. Flew all the way out here from Utah. So what to expect for today, all right? So Dan's giving you a little insight of what to expect for today, but my job up here is only to share with you a product, okay, an amazing product, that comes along with it an opportunity where you can make money. And that's my only job. I'm not trying to convince you that this is the best business in the world, that this is the best product in the world, which it is, but that's not my job. But it's just to share with you the business and the product. And you were invited here as friends. I've got some of my friends and family here, and you guys are going to leave as friends. Okay, nobody's going to lose a friend over this business. We're not trying to bombard you with people. We're not going to corner you in the back corner and make you do anything you don't want to do. We wake up tomorrow morning and say, what did I do? Oh my God. No, nobody's going to lose a friend of this. You came as friends, you're going to leave as friends. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Yes. All right, good. Let me give you some upcoming events, some things that are going on. We have a BYOB gathering every week. Okay, this is not bring your own beer because I bring the beer. Okay, BYOB stands for be your own boss, or as Dan likes to put it, build your own business. Okay, we do this every single week. So we have a group like this, maybe not with the co-founders and Chris Bailey, but we get together every week and we talk business. We do presentations, and we also do business builder training, which is further down the list. I'm getting ahead of myself, and of course, this Saturday, today, we are doing this Super Saturday event, and this is basically the kickoff to the new Vermont team. We've been building this team for a long time. We've been doing it overseas. We've been doing a little bit here, but really, we want to focus on bringing it back to Vermont and really building this team here locally. So this is our kickoff day. So you're here for the first day of the rebirth of the Vermont team. So if you're looking for an opportunity to get into at the ground floor, today is the day, and this is it. Okay, sound good? A couple of nodding heads, good. And last note, we are building this business with or without you. We would love to have you with us, but we are going to build this business. We're going to continue building this business, whether you're with us or not. So the point is if you want to get into the ground floor, do it now. We'll help you build. Sound good?
Good.
Okay. Let me go back one real quick. That's a picture actually of when we were in Utah, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But that's when we were in Utah when we were out there for a convention Obviously, that's Kirk there on the next to that handsome young man on the right-hand side. And then, of course, Dale, and then another one of our distributors, Brian Switchco. So when I got into this business, I met a lot of wealthy people. And I'm not just talking wealthy, I'm talking wealthy, okay? Heart wealthy. And I asked these guys, I said, well, how do you get rich? What do you do to get rich? And nearly every single one of them had some form of saying, find a problem and be the first at the table of the solution. So I said, okay, well, since I'm in this business, what problems do I know that are out there that apply to this type of business? So let's look at some major global problems. We have rising unemployment. Has anybody here been ever fired from a job, and you don't have to be unemployed or downsized or whatever else? You don't have to say, you don't have to raise your hand if you don't want to. I'm not trying to call anybody out here. So has anybody, so rising unemployment, that's a problem, right? Global emissions, maybe not so much here in our great state of Vermont, but you ever watch the news and you see people like in China and Japan, they're wearing masks over their face? They're particulate masks because the emissions are so bad in those countries that they have to wear masks because they get lung cancer and stuff like that. That's where we can help, and I'll show you how that helps in just a minute. I don't have to go into rising gas prices too much, do I? I mean, I know gas prices are low now, but you know why that is, right? The elections. So you know what happens after elections? Rising gas prices, right? So, and then increased taxation. And Chris is going to go over this quite a bit, so I'm not going to go over this too much. But did you know that there are over 400 extra tax deductions for people who own a business? Even a home-based business? 400 extra tax deductions. And believe me, those are pretty nice. So how does our product and how does our business apply to those problems? Well, here's our product, and this is what it looks like here in real life. Okay? It's called Extreme Fuel Treatment, XFT for short. You'll hear me say both of those. And this isn't some magical berry that was found in the African rainforest floor last week and it cures cancer. This is a product that's been around for over 20 years. All right? And we have data, mountains of data, that prove that this product works in every realm, business, engine, fuel burner, everything. Okay? What does it do? Make sure my slides are turning here. Increases fuel economy up to 25%. Now, Dan is going to actually do a presentation this afternoon, if you guys want to stick around for it, specifically about the product and how it works and the science behind it. So if you want to know how it actually does it, or you're a little skeptical, then stick around for his presentation because he'll show you exactly how it works. It prolongs engine life. It didn't hit my favorite. Enhances horsepower and performance. You old loud pedal. And it reduces emissions up to 33%. Again, this is documented stuff. Some of our documentation is right here on this wall if you guys want to check it out after the presentation. And we can show you anything, pretty much any vehicle, make, model, year, anything of how this product has been proven to work in those vehicles. And other things. We'll get into that in just a minute. Now, people always tell me, when I say that to people, say, yeah, John, I've seen all this stuff before. And it's all over the place. Everybody sells it on every shelf. What makes you so different? Well, one thing is, it works. It actually works. And we're going to hear some testimonials from some people in this room that have actually been using the product for a while, myself included. And they'll give you their story in just a few minutes. But it's a comprehensive fuel treatment. It's all in one. If you were to buy everything that's in XFT, this isn't just to enhance, this isn't just for your fuel mileage. There's a lot of other things that this stuff does in addition to just getting you better fuel mileage. But it's an all-in-one solution. If you were to buy all the products that are contained within that, there's 8 different components of it. Well, first of all, you can only get 7 because the 8th one is proprietary. It's only found in our product. And again, Dan will go over that stuff in depth later on this afternoon. It is superior to all products because you always save more money than you spend. I know that when I use this bottle in my truck out there, mine's the silver GMC, if anybody missed it there, with XFT lettering all over it. Yeah. You didn't see it? No. I know that when